Hi, welcome again. My name is Hewson. You can call me Hugh. This is the third video in the series of the 4 basic skills you need to know in AI for 2025. All right, so we already covered, we did a, a video that covered what are the 4 skills, which is prompting, AI automation, AI agents, and vibe coding. Today, we're going to dig a little bit more into automation because we first did the video that gave you a brief overview about prompt engineering. Now we're going to try and understand automations. So the thing about AI automations, automation has been around for some time, but adding that AI into it has changed things quite a bit. So what is this advantage that has happened now that AI is in automation? It can analyze data, it can identify patterns, it can learn from experience, it can make autonomous decisions. So the key technologies that have come about now that are allowing for this to happen is machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, and robotic process automation. So a little bit of history on automation. So automation kind of started in the 50s, right? And between the 50s to about the 80s, it was mainly logic-based systems. So that's like what allows for bottling plants to, fill the bottles. Basic controllers, your thermostats and so on. So connecting these basic controllers to each other to allow a process to happen. By the 90s and into the 2000s, you started having more rule-based automation. So that allowed things like, traffic lights, smart home systems, spam filtering, and that sort of thing came onto the scene. And then we get hit with machine learning and computer vision in the 2010s. So that now you get your self-driving cars, you get voice command and so forth. And now in the 2020s, when we got slammed in the face with ChatGPT and all these other LLMs, now we're able to have autonomous decision making and dynamic workflows. And this is where I am. This is the conversation that I'm having with you and want to give you the basics so you can get started on this. It's not that complex. It's pretty straightforward. There's some basics you need to understand and you can move forward with this. So the first building block is, of course, prompting. Prompting. Prompting is everywhere in AI. It's the foundation. You can't get around the prompting. And then what are the triggers? What trigger is going to start this automation? Then what action happens when the trigger goes off? And then what is the full workflow that you're going to determine? So you need this understanding. And to do this, you need to know certain tools. So what are these tools? You need to have the LLM, so ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, whichever one. And these LLMs need to be connected in to the platform that allows the workflow to happen. So the common platforms that are used right now is N8N, Make, and Zapier. I have an affiliate link for Make. Please use it if you check into Make. It'll give me some appreciation and you'll be happy I actually referred you to Make. Make is the simplest out of these three. N8N is for, people like myself who are getting into much more complex systems and doing AI agents and so forth. But Make, it's colorful, it's very user friendly, it's very beginner friendly, and it takes you quite a ways. I use Make still. I primarily use Make right now, but and you can get into some deeper programming and so forth. Then the next thing is the data. What data are you dealing with? And you need something like Google Sheets or Airtable. Most people, I shouldn't say everybody, most people are familiar with Google Sheets. Airtable is a whole other thing. It's amazing. You can do so much with it. But just like the N8N Make comparison, Google Sheets can do the bulk of the heavy lifting. And it way makes more sense to start with Google Sheets, get comfortable with that before you move on to Airtable. And then you need to understand APIs. APIs is like a lock and key thing. So what's going to talk to what? And uh, it's pretty simple. The basics of APIs are pretty simple. It's just, like I said, lock and keys. So those are the tools you're going to need. Now, the skills, like I said, prompt engineering, you need to have good logic, workflow logic. I'm going to start here, and if this happens, then I want this to happen. If that happens, then do that, all the way to the endpoint. So, tool navigation, you need to be able to be familiar with a tool like Make, and then you need to be familiar with Google Sheets. So, in summary, the AI handles the thinking. The automation platforms handle the doing. You connect them with prompts and triggers and actions. You don't really need to know code, but you need to have good logic. Keep it simple. Start small. You'll hear this from me so often. Keep it simple. Start small. One problem, one workflow. If you do that, you're not going to get all tangled up, not knowing where you're going and how you're coming and whatnot. It'll be a lot more simple, a lot more straightforward. So you start with these: what's my problem? What's the workflow? What's the end result? All right. Well, that's it for now. Ask questions. Check down below. There's my website. There's my email address. Send me questions. I'll send you these and more. Looking forward to hearing from you. And I'm looking forward to doing more simple bite-sized videos to take you on the journey of becoming proficient in this new world of AI. Help you with your business, help you start your own business, help you as an employee to be more effective on your workplace. Automate the things that you do daily so that you can accomplish more and be that star. All right. Have a good one. Till next time.